May I like to invite Mr. Rahul Tyagi, Vice President, Lucideus, India.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm from Punjab, by the way, so it's good to see some Punjabi friends there to cheer up. Uh, so my name is Rahul Tyagi. I am the co-founder and vice president of a company known as Lucideus. So in case you know about Beam application and UPI and ICICI, Indigo Airlines, so the Beam application launched by Prime Minister, we are the company who is taking care of the end-to-end security of that application. Along with that, we have clients, almost 72 clients globally, and we are now Indian multinational company. We have headquartered in California now. In India, we have 4 offices, and we are hardcore hacking company whose bread and butter comes from hacking into clients and tell them what are the vulnerabilities which are there. So today my topic is very nice, and it is on smart cities security, cyber security for smart cities, because it's a very new topic in India, of course. In outside India also they are finding some problems to identify and come up with the strategies to take care of the cyber security for smart cities, because there is too much technology is involved into it. So now I just want to start my talk with the demo that how vulnerable we are in internet today and in this cyber world. So every year I come here for a demo, and this is the demo which you will really like. If you see in smart cities in the future, in smart cities everything is going to be controlled by the mobile applications. And of course in smart cities we have wireless communication which is everywhere, from your traffic light systems, from your shower, from your food processing plants, and everywhere. There are some applications through which you can control the appliances in your home. So what if I can compromise the mobile? Then all the security which is given by your application will be of no use. Just to give an example, if I hack into the microphone of your phone, then end-to-end encryption of your WhatsApp will not work properly. Because end-to-end encryption comes to play when the data is going out of the mobile. If I hack the mobile before it and can listen every communication, then there is no encryption which is there. So I demonstrated a demo. If you saw me, I was taking ma'am's phone for a while. So I will take one more time for 5 to 10 seconds. I will give her phone back. So can I have your phone, ma'am? So many times it happens, you are in a railway station, or maybe if you're rich and airport, or maybe private jet, the people, people ask for the phone, can I have your phone? I want to call my mom, and then you give your phone. And then he or she calls her mom, and after that, then you get a message, your money has been transferred to Saudi Arabia. Then you call your mom. So now, my idea is, so I took his phone, his internet is working, it's Motorola phone, so I'm not sponsoring, but it's good phone. It's having antivirus, ma'am? होता भी तो वैसे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Still, no, it's having antivirus. You are having actually, you're having app locker. Huh? So I'm doing something with this phone, with her phone, and we can bypass the lock, don't worry. That's the beauty to be a hacker. So, really clap for Ruchi. Thank you for her phone. It's a very big, sacrifice. You'll be remembered as forever, from today onwards. So now, whatever she is carrying in her mobile phone, not everything, I will show on my laptop to you. So maybe you have seen so many newspapers and news where people are saying that, this much mobile phone hacked, credit card being hacked, but you never witnessed it practically in front of you. So it took me almost 10 to 15 seconds to have her phone in my hand, and if you give this phone to someone whom you do not know and maybe know, and he want to get benefit out of it, then there is a problem. So, yeah. Perfect. So this is an application, as you know, we are a cybersecurity company. So this is an application we designed for one of the intelligence agencies in the world and XYZ, just to intercept the communication of 2 criminals. If I infected this any device with this malware, I can intercept their communication, which can be used for many other purposes to decrease the crime. So my username is Rahul Tyagi and my password is okay. So I logged in. So your phone is, ma'am, XT1033, right? Okay. Do you know your IMEI number, ma'am? Okay, I'll tell you. You write it. It's 355. Why IMEI number is so important for your phone? Because in case you lost your mobile, it's not the police department who will find it first. It's us who will find it first. And I'll give you 50% discount also. First time customer engagement discount. So it is saying that for how much time you want to spy on her phone. Do you want to spy her phone for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months? And as you know, we are from Delhi. We always go for audience poll for anything. So how many say 3 months? Good boy, Dhruv. 6 months, 1 year. I know you want to raise for 1 year, but there is a respect towards the people. No, okay. I'm a good guy. I'll go for 3 months. So I click here. Now what I can see so many things, but I'll start with call logs. Whom you call a lot. So I click here and I got all the numbers which are there. No, I will not showing the number, don't worry. I know some people sitting with a copy pen. So if you see all the number, can you recall any number with the 8821883 in the any number? This is your favorite number, huh? 831. This one. 1883. Maybe your mom's number. No? Okay, sister. Sister, okay. Good. So, if I have to find out what's going on, so I am very interested in finding that what's going on in person's life. So, it's not the numbers I will go for. I will go for the duration. The more duration is, that's the number we should go for. So, if you see the duration, it's 150 seconds and missed calls are there and that's all. Oh, you clear call logs. Good. So these were the call logs. Now next we have is SMS. If you allow. Yeah, you can correct. Okay. Then we have contact list. No, contact list. So you know, Chotu. So then we have browser history. I will not open for sure. Then we have GPS, So I click on GPS. So we can track where she is exactly. Now, maybe it's showing the future now. Gulf areas. You promoted to some other project in outside India. So this is because of the GPS coordinates which not getting properly. And then is the tracking history. And this is one of the good part, audio recording. So in this way, whenever she is on call or whether she is talking to anyone, I can listen if she is connected to internet, I can actually see and listen what she is doing and what talks she is. And I can record that audio also. This is 100% surveillance on a person. So this is only 15 minutes, 15 seconds any phone in my hand, and it's not, and trust me, if you feel that this is one of the epic things you have seen, this is just an entry level hack which every skiddy hacker is doing in the world today, and they call himself a hacker. This is the most stupid thing a person can show you and claim that he is a hacker because of the advancement in attacks which we have today to see, to face, to test. This is, I mean, we discovered this in 2013, still it is working on the Nugget, Marshmallow, and 82% of the global mobiles are running on Android platform. And that's why, that's the problem we have. And every Android mobile, whether it is S8 or S7 or whatever, it is compromisable 101% the way it is. Now let me delete your mobile phone, ma'am, so that you can sleep well. Otherwise your parents are calling on, don't call me, I'm on tap. So I click here, and here's your phone. I'll go there, manage devices. This is your phone. So I click on delete. So we have only one phone. Happy, ma'am? We have another option, undo. Just kidding. So this is to show you that how vulnerable we are and how big is the problem today. We are transforming ourselves from digital India to actually secure digital India, which is more required, I guess, because of the, it's very easy to, if I talk to a person in a village and I can, with the social engineering, I can make him believe that I am from the bank and he can share the OTP with me or whatever. And it's very easy actually. We did one project with the government where I talked to almost 100 people and I was able to extract their OTPs. Almost 85 people shared the OTP with me. So that's a problem in the villages. Now we are shifting to what do you call smart cities. So my talk is also on that. So let me So I'm not a man of presentations actually. तो ये मैंने अभी बनाई है वहाँ बैठ के. Hope you will like it. So that's my Twitter. If you have any problem after that, any query, I'm happy to reply you back here. So smart cities, cybersecurity for smart cities in India, and I'm going to show you a demo also today. That will be very, very good for you, I guess, to understand. So let's start with start the talk with what happened in past. If you have seen the North Grid attack of US, that almost that 25% of the electricity grids were down in US in 2011, I guess, in 2003, sorry, 103. So in that case, it was a fire sale. Fire sale means if you see that everything is run by electricity today, from flights, from elevators, from the metros and everything. And if there is a problem in the electricity, entire ecosystem of the country will be down. And that's the reason today every criminal hacker, even ISIS and other criminal terrorist groups are behind these cyber attacks, because it's very easy to attack a system which is handling the critical infrastructure instead of being a terrorist having a gun and shooting the people on the street. The risk is very less, and that's why these days almost every terrorist group from Lashkar-e-Toiba to ISIS or Al-Qaeda, they are investing so much money into cyber defense and cyber offense in kind of attacks. So in the past, definitely in India, if you see that our North Grid was down because of the too much power supply consumption, and it was, I think, 2 to 3 days there was a chaos, and it will cost us almost more than a 2-3 billion dollar loss in US dollar in terms of economy for just 2-day blackout. So let's understand first of all, what do you mean by smart cities? You know, maybe you have too much definitions of that, but this is, I found, one of the most simple definition with which you can connect actually. So smart city is a city that uses technology to reach the most advanced level of AI. AI stands for artificial intelligence. So that there will be very less human involvement into the technology, and all the decisions are going to be taken care by the machine without taking any input from the user as a human. So, and automate the process to improve overall city services and making citizens having a better life. Now, the global smart cities market is expected to grow from USD $312 billion in 2015 to US $7.57, which is now crossed the $1 trillion because of the too much demand. This is an old study. So now it's over the $1 trillion by the 2020. So there is a huge market which is there. It is just like it's like a cloud computing, you know. When the cloud computing comes to play, every company wants to adopt the cloud computing without knowing much. Why? They are just like, you know, if that company, my rival company is going for the cloud computing, I will also go for the cloud computing. Now, this is the biggest problem in India. We don't need the things because I want it. We need the things because my rival is having it. It's just like, you know, I want a nuclear weapon because other people have it. It's not that you need it actually. So that's the problem we have. And again, smart cities, we have initiated, our Prime Minister have initiated this process, but this is not a small game, and this is a very, very critical subject to talk about, because smart cities, when you're deploying a smart cities is another thing, but the information which is going to be collected of the citizens, your home appliances, your private information, it is very, very critical. And once this will be in the hands of criminal, then your life can be a very, very miserable life. So services which are going to be given by the smart cities are like this. The next generation traffic control system, just to give an example, if a smart city you are living, so you're going on a Google map or somewhere and you see there is a chaos there, you will automatically get a SMS from this next generation traffic signals that if you're going this way, so we will not recommend you should go to this way because there is a chaos going on, there is an accident happened. So we request you to go to this way so that you will reach your point in more early way and more a feasible way. So this kind of traffic control systems will be there with very less human involvement into the roads. Automation systems will be there. Every tax detail of your deduction of the toll tax and everything will be managed by the machines. So This will be very, very perfect plan when you are going to deploy this. Second is parking. In India and China, China is already moving towards this smart way of parking. If you have seen the videos on YouTube or somewhere else, having a 50th floor building and car is coming up and down and they are getting automatically parked with the machines. So these kind of parking solutions which are going to be deployed in the future in smart cities, so that you will hardly see cars on the roads. So it maybe it's underground tunnels or somewhere else, so that the ecosystem will be protected in terms of vehicle gas station. Along with that, in parking, there will be very less space consumption will be there in the physical world. Next is the street lighting. Street lighting obviously is going to be controlled centralized by servers, controlled by the city. These days now you have to control the things from from maybe physical form of transformers. Then after in smart cities, maximum of electricity is going to be controlled automatically by bots with respect to the consumption of the cities. So this part is consuming too much power, automatically other cities power is going to be extracted from there and given to that. And when they are sleeping or idle, this power is going to be. So this transformation of the power will not be required by the human beings to put input to where to transfer this thing. Yet still we have these automated systems which are going to transfer the electricity from one place to another when it is required. But still there is a human involvement into that with a very major scale, because we can't till now we can't rely on the machines to send too much power to some point. So there is a observation or monitoring is required in terms of security. Then we have public transport. You will see in the future in public transport we have underground tunnels, and if you know Tesla, they are coming up with so cubic rocket sensor kind of a speed of bullet train. So these are the solution which will be a part of smart cities to decrease the time of travel, so that the person can reach in the meeting early, finish up this deal early, and at the end of the day it will support the economy, which people don't. If you have fast transportation, definitely it will affect the economy like anything. So transportation will be a very, very critical part, and again this transportation is going to be controlled 101% by the computers, chip driven devices. Then we have energy, water, advanced management waste system. So when I say energy, this is one of the backbone of smart cities, the electricity. If you do not know that almost 80% of the hardware which is being manufactured for the electricity and other things are manufactured in China. And there are so many case studies where they have shown that Chinese are very smart in terms of putting viruses or malwares into the hardware when they supply the proper overall hardware kit. Now the problem with the virus in the hardware is, if you have a virus in your computer on the software layer, you can scan with the antivirus, which does not work these days, but still there is a hope, something is better than nothing. But if you have an antivirus, still you want to scan it with the antivirus and check whether we have a virus or not. But if you have a virus in the hardware, you cannot scan with the antivirus, because antivirus always works on the software layer, not the hardware layer. You need a manual auditing. And the problem in India, I don't know, because I'm in this field from last 9 years, I haven't seen a single auditing company before of supplying, getting the hardware from China. They have tested it for the security. Maybe DRDO, RIW, or the other intelligence agencies, they have their own body, which is still not public to us. But not a single private company is taking care of the security once they're getting the supplied hardware. Chinese were so smart, they were able to ship the malware-based routers to the Pentagon. So all the communication which was happening in the Pentagon was actually going through the routers to the internet, and as it was going through the internet, along with that it is going to Chinese server also. So that is the problem we have. When I say energy, I want to talk about nuclear power plants. Now these are the oil gas pipeline stations. Just to give an example that how big problem it can be once this kind of smart cities or critical infrastructure is going to be infected by a virus. In 2011, Iran said that we are going to make a nuclear power plant to generate the electricity. Israel and America, they know that why they are creating it, just to make the nuclear bomb. So they want to be a nuclear country. Now to shut down that nuclear power plant, Israel and America made world's first cyber weapon. Virus you know and me know today is all about is something which corrupts our pen drive, which corrupts our hardware. Either they are stealing our money, but this virus was something else. This was actually trying to take life of people there. So whenever you want to, there is a critical substance known as uranium. I hope you are familiar with it. You know uranium? Okay, you have it? True. So uranium is one of the most critical substance. Even you supply 1 gram here to there, there is a body known as nuclear watchdog, United Nations nuclear watchdog. They know that 1 gram is transferred. That's the reason if you see, not a single terrorist organization ever had nuclear bombs in their hand, because no matter what pathetic security of your national security something, but if you are a nuclear based country, the security for the nuclear power plant is very, very critical, which is under the nuclear watchdog of UN. So American, they designed a virus, and the virus name was Stuxnet. This was the first cyber weapon which was capable of infecting into PLC SCADA systems. So if you go to train and if you've been to flight, there is a beautiful air hostess who said 2 doors are here and there. And if you see on the left hand side, from there she control the temperature. That box is a PLC system which control the functionality of the plane. In the same manner, if you have visited the train, there is a blue box near the washroom. They are saying, do not touch it, you will get dead, something like that, to scare you. That blue box is a PLC system which runs the mechanical, the electricity and other things of the train. So this virus was capable of infecting that kind of hardware, which was very, very new, because infecting a hardware is a very big deal. I hope the people who are from electronics, they can understand. It's just like hacking into voting machines. It's not dumb deal. Whatever the going in the media, it's not that possible. You have to change the firmware, hardware. It's critical thing. It's not easy. So now, I'll show you a video of Stuxnet that. So this is a video about that malware, that how that malware was designed and how it was shipped down to. And this virus was so smart. If it will come to your computer, it will not do anything. It will be only be activated when it will find a particular serial number of a PLC system of the centrifuge. You know about centrifuges? You crush the uranium by rotating it, okay? So there is a machine known as centrifuges. So they spin with a particular RPM speed. This virus increased the speed of that RPM, but in the dashboard of the nuclear power plant software, it was showing normal. When the speed was gone double, triple, almost 1,000 centrifuges got burst into their plant. And the entire power station was shut down.
In June last year, a computer virus called Stuxnet was discovered lurking in the databanks of power plants, traffic control systems, and factories around the world. 20 times more complex than any previous virus code, it had an array of capabilities. Among them, the ability to turn up the pressure inside nuclear reactors or switch off oil pipelines, and Stuxnet could tell the system operators everything was normal. Unlike most viruses, Stuxnet doesn't carry the usual forged security clearance that helps viruses burrow into systems. It actually had a real clearance, stolen from one of the most reputable computer technology companies in the world. It exploited security gaps that system creators are unaware of. These holes are known as 0 days, and the most successful viruses exploit them. The details of a 0 day can be sold on the black market for $100,000. Stuxnet took advantage of 20 0 days. But once it got into a system, it didn't always activate. Buried deep in the Stuxnet code was a specific target. Without that target, the virus remained dormant. What was it looking to shut down? The centrifuges that spin nuclear material at Iran's enrichment facilities. Stuxnet was a weapon, the first to be made entirely out of code. The Washington-based Institute for Science and International Security says the virus may have shut down 1,000 centrifuges at Natanz, Iran's main enrichment facility, last year. In November, the International Atomic Energy Agency, the UN's nuclear watchdog, said Iran had suspended work at its nuclear facilities without explaining why. Many observers credited Stuxnet. Last month, the Iranian government conceded the virus's infection of the Bashir nuclear facility, still under construction, meant that switching the plant on could lead to a national electricity blackout. Iran has responded to the attack with an open call for hackers to join the Iranian Revolutionary Guard and has reportedly amassed the second largest online army in the world. So who was behind Stuxnet? There's no evidence beyond rumor. Some have it that Israel is responsible because the virus code apparently contains references to the Hebrew Bible. Others believe the US was involved in the testing and development. The finger has even been pointed at Siemens mobile phone company, whose software is used by the Iranian regime. The most important question may not be who designed it, but who will redesign it. The evolution has been so fast that 9 months after its detection, the first virus that could crash power grids or destroy oil pipelines is available online for anyone to download and tinker with. You can watch people on YouTube pulling Stuxnet apart. It's an open source weapon. And there's no way of knowing who will use it or what they will use it for.
So this is the problem we have, and until now we're trying to make power plants and other things, smart cities, but nobody is paying attention to this part, the security of smart cities. If you see from last 4 years, US has got almost more than 800 plus attacks on their cities, especially the power sector. And we are not even nearby in defending that. At least they have a certain body to take care of the attacks once it's coming. In India, I am telling you, our electricity systems are designed 100 years back. At that time, they have no clue about what do you mean by cybersecurity. The biggest challenge still our country is having to supply the energy to all the people of 1.35 billion people. And if we are getting a cyber attack on our power grids, then we are not even nearby to defend that. And we don't have any plan actually. We don't have any third body who can take care of, emergency response plan if any cyber attack will come, which is a very scary thing. Then new security solution will be there. Now we have CCTV cameras and other thing. And if you have seen that Microsoft, they have put their automatic robots to take care of the security of their plants all around the world now. So there is too much, again, technology involvement and too much less humans and more machines into the play to take care of your security. Machine to machine communication. So for example, if I have to on my AC today, you have to plug the remote. So if you have to on the curtains, if you have seen so many TV ads where Panasonic or other thing, lightning system controlled by the mobile phones, that is IoT, which is playing a big part of smart cities. So in the future, for example, you want to increase the temperature of your, you can say oven, So there is a oven in your home and you want to increase the temperature. Now from the mobile phone, you selected 20 degree or 200 degree. Maybe there is a possibility when you send this command, it will go to the Wi-Fi, and from the Wi-Fi, it will go to the oven. There is a possibility I am a hacker who's sitting outside your home. You cannot control the range of your Wi-Fi from your home. Can you? Can you stop your range to go out of home? No. So I will be able to accept that input and change that 200 into maybe 2000, whatever the highest capacity of your oven, and I will send that command to them. This is known as man-in-the-middle attack. So the encryption level of the communication has to be very, very high in terms of if you are using the real life appliances at your home. There is a case study of 2015 that in US, if there is a hospital that if there is a night shift, the person who is sitting at their home, he is a doctor, and he monitors the health of the patient from his home. He don't have to come. So if the oxygen level of the person is need to be high, what he will do is from his home he'll send a command to his Wi-Fi, increase the temperature, and from the internet automatically the machine is connected to the internet, and with respect to his health status at the time, in real time, the oxygen level will be increased. You can increase also, you can decrease also. Now this was trapped by hacker. This is an example of when we are shifting to smart cities. So smart health will be also be there, where too much technology will be there. So that hackers, what they did is they park the car outside the home and they start monitoring the traffic which is coming from his computer to his Wi-Fi. And then as he sent the oxygen level 200, they decrease it to the minus 20. And the patient died there. Now, this is a serious business, In India, mostly people are not paying attention to privacy or something. Today, if I ask you what is your Aadhaar card, maybe with the one or two things you can obviously give me that. But if I ask the same question to a US person, what is your social security number? Trust me, he will near to kill me. लेकिन हिंदी में से ऐसा लगा जैसे उनसे रिश्ता मांग लिया. Because they are very concerned with the privacy of their things. It's India only where two boys can hold their hand and go. In US you can't. So this is the same thing in the virtual world also. So we have to pay attention on that. And Indians are infected with their domain, including me. It's not that I am a special guy. I am also Indian. I'm proud to be even the same. So the problem with us is we are not privacy concerned people. And we are infected with a disease known as Indian train syndrome. You know about this disease? When you go to a train, you don't in the journey you do not know the person. But when you are finished the journey, 80% of your life is known by them. That is Indian train syndrome. To an unknown guy, you tell everything, you don't know whether you meet or not. And you always tell, okay, uncle, milte hain agli baar. But you never see their face. Yes or no? This is the problem. In US culture, this culture, you will never see this kind of a thing. They are concerned with their privacy. So then machine to machine, when I am saying, so this communication is going to be machine and machine. And this service will be there. It is good also, but it is also having a concern. Sensors, everywhere will be sensor. Heat sensor, cold sensor, emotion sensor. You don't know what type of sensor will be there in the future, which you will be implanting in your body or head or tail or wherever, to be very, very connected to internet. Yeah. You will be the cybro, what will you call it in cybro? You will become half of your leg is, machine and half of leg your simple. So then we have mobile apps. There will be so many mobile apps will be there in the future. Till now we have a chaos, but at that time it will be more. Because almost every appliance from your parking launch, your car and everything. If you have seen the latest movie Fast and Furious, that the automatic cars are automatically driven and hacked by the hackers and go to the streets. That is actually possible. Seriously, it is possible. So in that case, if you are hacking into mobile applications, like I hacked her phone in the demonstration, now I have the access to his all apps. I can do whatever with the apps. I can send a fake, I can transfer the money. And if you saw, I was able to see her message on her phone. And if I am seeing the message on phone, I can go to his Gmail, reset my password, confirmation will go to as a SMS. Now I have the access to her SMS, I can reset the password. Yes or no? Now that Gmail is connected to Facebook for sure. I'll go to the Facebook, reset my password, and the confirmation will go to the Gmail, which I already hacked. And now I have her Facebook also. And people don't delete their chat for sure. So from too many years, I will type certain words, and if that word is being used in the chat, I can have that. So this is personal life. Let's come to the professional life. Now I have access to SMS. The biggest challenge in India to transfer the money from here to there is the OTP, one-time password. Now I have the SMS access, so whenever I want to do a transaction, SMS will come to her phone, but I can see that also, so I can transfer the money from here to there. So that's possible. In just 15 seconds, anyone's life can be up, down. Now, problems, as I told you, these are the problems we have if you really want to have a smart city. The first problem is verification of technology versus validation of technology. So let's understand, whenever you make a software on a website, there are two aspects of every technology whenever you want to bring it into the world or to the people. One is the verification. Have you done C language, anyone? No? C language, computer language? Okay, cool. So in the C language, if I have to make a program, A divided by B, what I will do is A is equal to 10, enter the value of A. You are asking user, enter the value of A. I put 10, enter the value of B. I put 5. So now C is equal to A divided by B, and the result is 5 or 2. 2, okay. So the result is 2 now. I had a supply in math, so sorry. So I have result of 2, right? So now, this is verification. You want a program which can divide. It is dividing. So the verification process has been done. But what is the validation part? What if instead of B, where the person was putting 5, what if he put 2 or 0 or A minus hash? What will be the result of the program? If you put 0, it will go to infinity. There is no exception handling into the program. This is the validation problem. In India, we are so much fast in developing the technologies in terms of verification, But we are not even paying 30 to 20 to 30% paying attention to the validation part. What if someone will put this? What if someone put this? What if someone will do it? Today it's very easy to hack into a website by a 10-year child. Very easy. To secure it, it needs brain. So sometimes people ask me, sir, ये तो आप सब कुछ ही hack करके दिखा रहे हो, so how to, so which is the software which is required to secure us? I said the only software which can help you to secure is brain.exe. And some people are thinking that from where you download it, it's already there, brain.exe. So that is the common sense is there. So now that companies who are making technology, they should be responsible of paying more attention, not only the verification process, but also the validation process. You must pay more attention in terms of testing the application before putting it into the world so that user can use it. At the end of the day, it's the customer who gets the harassment from the criminals, not the company, in majority of the cases. Everything is wireless. That's the biggest problem we have. Everything is going to be wireless, and if I'm sitting at an airport, and today, I can, if I would have more time, I'll show you a demonstration maybe the next time. I'll make a hotspot here, you connect, and you do whatever you want. Free Wi-Fi, you know, Tata Docomo on airport, 40 minutes. So, you use the Wi-Fi, and you on your, you click on your, what do you say? You use social media, you do online banking on the free Wi-Fi. I can see each and every password you see. I can see every picture you are seeing on your Instagram. I know what picture you swipe on Tinder if you're using the same Wi-Fi which I am using. Every website you visited, every card detail you put. There's an attack known as SSL stripping attack. To secure your communication, IEEE has given you HTTPS, right? Green wala. Have you seen that? Oh, it's HTTPS side. So there's an attack I can deploy on the Wi-Fi that I will force the communication to go from HTTPS to HTTP. 443 to 80 port number. So whatever you are going to do then, everything is be visible to me. So I do with my friend, you know, whenever we are using in home, so they don't use Wi-Fi, my Wi-Fi. They always use their home data card. I can know that what URL you are visiting right now, what image you are, what video you are downloading, what video you are watching, and then there is a problem. So no certain for smart cities in case of any security incident. We don't have any computer emergency response team in term who is specialized, which is specialized in smart cities. We have almost 140 projects which are going in India without cyber security concern. Then completely unknown attack surface. There is very less space of testing for us also as a security company because we haven't seen a smart city yet. How we are going to test it? So we are testing it in chunks, right? So for example, we tested the electricity grids, we tested the IoT, we tested the application which have to be a part of that smart city, one maybe today or tomorrow. Then patching the bugs and system updates. There will be so many applications which will be controlling the city, which will be connected to the internet, which will be having bugs, daily unka updation chahiye, and there will be so many things which we have to do. So are we capable of understanding this level of the technology? Today, in your government office, we have 14 computers which are still running on Windows XP 7. And we are trying to put those type of computer system into an entire city. That's not a joke. It's a very, very responsible act because the citizen's life is actually on stake at that time. And then simple bugs can be caused a big problem if you don't update a single XP. Or I'll tell you, giving you an example like that. So these are the past incidents. I'll show you an attack on nuclear power plant now, that how it is possible to shut down a power system if there is a bug. When I say na, simple bugs can cause a big problem. So suppose in your power grid you're using a certain operating system in which they have shown that please update to the latest operating system settings. You know, Microsoft have released the guidelines and the person who was there, he was neglected. Okay, let's not update. It's 1.5 GB of update. Why should I update? I have to wait. And this is concern with us also, right? We don't update whenever there is updation is there. So in that case, if you skip that bug, how vulnerable this can be. So in 2013, this was this is a glitch of software and which was able to shut down the technical track of the trains, and 19 trains with about 500 to 1000 passengers were on board. They were infected with that. So this is again a software glitch can cause this much of chaos. And obviously there is economic damage attached to it. People have sued the company or government, whatever. In August 13, Northeast blackout primary cause was a software bug in an alarm system and a control room of First Energy Corporation. 55 million people affected with the software glitch again. Too much dependency on the technology and the software. And you know about Indian North Grid. You know about Indian North Grid attack? It was, people say it is attack, but I feel that it was a too much power being, sent to a grid so that it's, and then it was down, and they 2 or 3 days our North Grid was off, I guess. So again, problems we have, we don't have government agencies and shortage of skilled people who are actually specialized in, tell me one person in India who say that I am very good in smart cities, security. Not even me. I know something because of my technology knowledge or something, but there is not a single person we have, and we are trying to deploy the 144 cities in India. Then we have no response plan to react to possible cyber attacks, not even a documented response plan. एक होता है आप paper पे बना लेते हो, if anything happens we'll follow it. We don't have that yet. Maybe in the future it will come. Many possible ways to attack smart cities, like a smart city DOS attack and shut it down the server. So if there is a possibility which is there is a bug in the system of that hardware or maybe a software, I can shut down that system remotely without touching it. I have to be a part of that network, but that's all. So I'll show you the demonstration for that how this is possible. So this is a kind of a nuclear simulation. So this is a nuclear simulation which is there. If you see, the cities and power cities are there. If you're able to, hope you get it right. Okay, so I'm running a Windows 7 operating system here. So if you can see Windows 7 Ultimate, this is mostly being used by the other cities or something. So now this is our nuclear power plant which is running, and this is our hackers operating system who is a part of that network. So this is an operating system used by the hackers all around the world. This is known as Kali Linux. Anybody heard about it? Heard about? Okay. So this is a terminal of that. So this operating system is designed for hackers because they have all the tools which are required to hack into the systems. And being a hacker, we don't use tools which are click, 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 click. We like to type, the real hacker. If you really want to click, 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 then you know Mr. Fadia, right? So now let's understand something. So I have to open something. This is known as Metasploit framework. It's a framework where we have the vulnerabilities of the hardwares, vulnerability of the softwares, which you can trigger and cache that vulnerability and get a benefit out of it. So I click here. So to a hacker, what they have is, so the only thing which I want to know is the IP address of that thing. So this is the number. For example, what is an IP address? It's like your phone number. If I want to talk to you, I will dial your number from my mobile phone and it will reach you and you say hello. In the same manner, when one computer wants to communicate with another computer, they must have a name. And that name is known as, hello, have you lunch? Huh? Okay. So now I'll search for something, search Maxwell Max channel, sorry. Too much IPL. Huh? So there is an exploit for Windows 7 that if Windows 7's remote desktop option is on, which I haven't updated intentionally to show you that why security updates are very, very important. But if at a large scale, if you put so much hardware or maybe machines into the city, it is not possible for you to automatically update each and everything on time. It's impossible. And to tackle that, we don't have any plan. So this is a system which is there. So this is the nuclear power plant. So I have to use this exploit. So just give me 1 minute. Okay. So it says that what is the remote host which you want to, have to attack. So this is the port number, a remote host port. If I want to talk to you on your computer, there must be a door. You know what do you mean by ports? So ports are of two types. These are the doors from where the data comes to your computer and goes out from your computer or any device which has a capability of IP address. So we in computers we have two type of ports. One is the physical port which we can touch, see or feel. Feel depends upon you want to feel or what. We can touch, see or feel. And second is you have virtual ports which we can see, we can't touch and maybe we can't feel. It's like port number 80. If you open a website, it opens with the port number 80. So there is a door in your computer. So there are almost 65,000 something ports on your computer which actually have doors through which the data goes and comes out from your computer. So if I want to talk to that computer, so they said this door is vulnerable. The door is open. I want to put the address of the machine to trigger my attack. So I put set our host 192.136.168.35. The IP address 131? Are you sure? Okay. So can you see the IP address? So this is the machine, which is my victim machine, which is running the plant here. So now I'll show you something. So this is a simulation I'm showing. Right, I can't have four, 5 computers here. So I simulated, this is a software known as virtual machine, where I have virtualized 2 computers. So this is one computer and this is another computer. So now this is the power plant which is running. So now the only thing I have to type is exploit. As I'm going to exploit it, you will see this power system is going to be down. The computer will restart. If your computer restart, there is no problem. But if a power station restart, the server is going to be restarted with any vulnerability, there is a chaos, because it will take time to come up and resume the power and send to the. So with this one enter, you will see, you will get a blue screen error and the machine will be off. This same can happen with the power cities and the servers which are going to take care of that. So these are some exploits which are there, and criminals are trying to, and you can see, as a criminal, even I am not able to see that, it says, this seems down. The auxiliary module has been completed. So I was able to shut down that machine without touching that machine also. You have seen maybe people make a malware and put double click on that and then do the whole things and on. And if you have seen the recent CIA attack, CIA is able to install a malware into your BIOS remotely, into your hardware remotely if you are connected to the internet. That much capability they are having today. And by the way, the leak which was released of the CIA malwares and the viruses and the tools, it was designed in 2013. Today is 2017. To understand the level of advancement they have into their technologies, it's unimaginable. And we as Indians, So I say mostly, Chinese are the king of hardware and US people are king of softwares. We Indians are sitting ducks on which they try everything to test whether it works or not. Today, if a Xiaomi like company or other company, they come up with a mobile phone for 5,000 rupees, having 3 GB RAM, 32, everyone will go for it. But why they are selling it so cheap? So today, few years back, oil was the thing which, if you want to conquer the world, you need the oil. Today, information is the new oil for every company. And that's why you are using Facebook for free, you're using WhatsApp for free, you're using Google for free, every service you're using for free, because you are the product. Your information, your personal information is actually the real thing they're looking for, not the money. So, your system has been recovered from an unexpected shutdown. We'll tell you later what. So, what's the conclusion of my talk? My conclusion of my talk is, we have our Prime Minister says, okay, we are going to the digital India, but I feel that we cannot make a real digital India if it is not a secure digital India. And these two things are very, very connected, please understand. Cert for smart cities, we have so many certs for everything. So let's have a cert also for the smart cities so that we have at least action plan if anything comes up. And if they need our help, we'll be happy to design one for them, at least in our capacity. Then alternate solution for supply chain from China. So we should think either we'll manufacture the hardware within in India, make in India, or if we are trying to find out some other channel except Chinese. The problem is they know that we are so much dependent on them, they don't have any choice, so they want to do whatever they want. In that case, they want to put malware into it, and you can't defend that. Not every company has the paying capacity to test the hardware which they are coming in bulk. You see the problem now. If I am getting the hardware from China in millions, you can't test each and every device which is there. You can have few, but still there is no probability. Then proper auditing of hardware before deployment. So make sure the critical hardware like nuclear power plants or power supply systems or maybe your oil and gas pipeline systems, when you're trying to deploy some real hardware solution from there, can be firewall, can be UTM systems which are there, which are supplied from China. You make sure you audit that in terms of the traffic generation, that how the traffic is going, what is the structure of, what is the inside structure. And make sure the people in which your company, if you are getting the, so make sure you sign a vendor agreement where it is written clearly that in case if any kind of malware is found in your hardware, we are going to sue you in a very, very serious way. Even if this one clause, nobody put this clause, by the way. Have you seen any company? No. Nobody cares over that. If you put this clause, now you will see that vendors will run from you like anything, and you will only find a quality vendor. It's not, the problem is people think we have to do a very big rocket science or something to deploy security. Today on your email services, if you put two-step verification, almost 90% of your email security is there. You don't have to do nothing. Two-step verification on your email, you will be almost 90% secure than a simple person. 10% still there are 0 days, you can't do anything about that. Last is, the problem is we want to secure everything, but we don't want to really secure anything. So that's the reason why I said that we need secure products, not security of the products. We are post-active people. Once everything has happened, then we comes to play, and then we said, okay, now we correct it. But why not pre-release? Before releasing the application, we make sure that it's a mutual effort of the entire ecosystem. If you want to protect the entire city or maybe the cyber security for everything, companies who are manufacturing the thing, they have to pay more attention on the validation part. Customer who is using it, he should understand. Now the technology is very good. Your password is admin. Now you can't blame the company if that I am being hacked. Yes or no? I was at some public place and I was testing the Wi-Fi. That's my good time pass, I was in a restaurant, I was sitting. I said, okay, let me test something. I was free. So I hacked someone's Wi-Fi and his password was donkey123 *. Now this is a very common password. Very common password. There are dictionaries which are available which can crack that password into 5 to 10 seconds, not a big deal. So just to conclude my talk, I just give you one more tip so that it can help you to understand that what do you mean by passwords. So I'll show you a good, about Edward Snowden? So why our passwords are so important? So this is one of the most funniest video. This is from John Oliver. He's a comedian in England. So he will tell you about why our passwords are important and what type of password you should have. See, understand, my talk is, I know, it's on smart cities, but at the end of the day, I don't want that I will talk about smart cities, which you can't do as person anything. Even I say I want to build a nuclear weapon, yeah, it's a good thought. It's just a thought which you cannot apply until you don't have the power. So before I leave, I'll tell you some basic tips you can use in your life, and at least you make sure that this talk is little bit worth you can use in your practical life and make it more better. So this video is, I want you to show.
Why are passwords so important? Or why is it important that we have better ones than the ones that we do have? Because the ones that we do have are embarrassingly bad.
Bad passwords are one of the easiest ways to compromise a system. For somebody who has a very common 8-character password, it can literally take less than a second for a computer to go through the possibilities and pull that password out.
For an 8-character password?
Right.
My password is 5 characters. That's not a joke. That's bad, right?
That's really bad.
Okay, so which of these seem like good options? Password, but spelt W-E-R-D.
This is a joke, right?
No, yes.
That would be within normal password dictionaries, permutations of common words.
But it's misspelt though, so that was the kind of tripwire on it.
Right, it's still 8 characters, even if it's not within your password dictionary, which would mean it would
Okay,
be
okay,
fairly
okay.
trivial.
It's a bad one. It's a bad one. That's why I got some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, but spelt out.
That's not going to help you.
Okay. Limp Bizkit Forever with Limp Bizkit spelled properly, but forever not.
That's also not going to help you.
Okay. Really?
I think the best advice here is to shift your thinking from passwords to passphrases. Think about a common phrase that works for you that's too long to brute force, and also make them unlikely to be in the dictionary.
Admiral Alonso Ghost Penis 420 YOLO.
That's pretty good.
Right?
It's memorable too.
Right, it's memorable. It's got all the other things you like characters and numbers. YOLO capital letters, obviously. I shouldn't say, now I can't use it.
It can actually be a lot harder to remember a password that they tell you has to be 13 characters long or something like that. It has to have exclamation points, it has to have numbers, it has to have uppercase and lowercase letters and things like that, than it is to remember a simple phrase like Margaret Thatcher is 110% sexy.
Wow. That is a password that not even a computer would guess. Now, you're right. Okay, I get it. I get how important it is. I fully understand that. The problem is, I'm not going to do it because it seems hard, even though I know it isn't.
You're killing me.
Sorry.
So see, I show you this video to make you understand this. See, if you really want to have a good password, and passwords are very, very important. If you see everything we are connected to on the internet, there is authentication which is required. So why not you can pay 5 minutes on the password security and make your life better. So I'll give you a very good trick. When I was a school kid, I used to have good passwords. So I'll give you my solution to take care of the password. So we have many types of passwords. We have character password. For example, my name is Rahul. It's about Rahul. Rahul name is not good in politics, but in movies it's good. So then we have numeric password, like not my number, but like phone number, like someone's phone number, like this. And obviously, if I know you, this the first thing I will try is your phone number. Then we have special character password. So I was in IIT, I think Indore. There was a student. I said, "Oh, what's your password?" He said, "Sir, 8 times star." Sorry. He said 8 times star. Sorry, sir, 8 times star. So okay, 8 times star. So this was his password. Now maybe for you it is a very complex password, but for computer the equivalent of is also 01. So I can make a Python script in maybe Ruby or Perl or 0 to 1, all the special characters, and do the permutation and combination with the real password, and I can brute force in second thanks to the NVIDIA GPU, SLI or crossfire technology of NVIDIA 10 GTX graphic processors. Then we have complex password. This is something which everyone taught you from the childhood, that what type of password you should have. So they said I always have this kind of password. RAHU7. So this is Rahul. But if you see, if someone has to crack this password, he has to go to all the possibilities of small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, 0 to 9, and all the special characters. And this will take a huge time. Yes or no? But this is very difficult to remember. So what's the solution? Solution is same. Robust password. So when I was in my college, I used to carry this password. You will never find this password in any dictionary. So dictionary attack is over. Donkey 123 star will not work here. And for you, it has no meaning. Have any meaning? No. But you say that how you will remember this IG3 SM, because this has some meaning inside me for this password, and I will remember it forever. How? Star I put in the front and star I put in the back, it just to increase the length of the password. Just to make, the more long is the password, more time it will take to crack down the password. So the password inside it, the meaning is, I got 3 supplementaries in my graduation. So people have more supplies, that means they have more secure password. You should teach your child now. So just to give you an idea, I go, so always look for a phase in your life, put their first character and put it there. Now you say, okay, I can't use the same password for all the websites. Yes, just convert this into this, or maybe for Facebook type F in the front and F in the back. This kind of symptom. This, if you put as a password in your Wi-Fi, in your email or something like that, I'm telling you 90% of your attacks will be boomed. This simple one step. No yoga, nothing, no Ramdev. Only this 5-minute thing. And this will transform your daily life of using the internet technologies. So, in case you want to test, there is a website known as howsecureismypassword.net. Now, this is a very funny website. You know why? This website was, there's one of the Russian bank was hacked and the criminal have all the email addresses. Now he want to steal the credit card details of every customer. Now what they did is, they obviously bank did a press release that we have been compromised and you should change your password or something like that. So people know that our bank has been breached. Now the criminal was having all the emails, but the password was encrypted, so he was not able to decrypt that. So what he did is, he make a fake website, check my credit card hacked or not.com. Very smart move, And he sent a fake mail from the bank email address to all the emails which we are having. As dear customers, as you know that we are being compromised last week in the media news, this. So you would just want to reconfirm that it's your credit card is not in public domain. So please fill the details so to check whether it is hacked or not. And what are the things you have to fill? Card number, expiry date, and CVV number. And there was option check. Now this was attached with the database, and almost 35 to 40% of the bank people have filled their credit card details and money being transferred from somewhere. And once you filled on check, you will get a message. Congratulations, you are not hacked yet. So this website is kind of same, but I feel that still you can type the password. Why? Because it's just like you're walking on the road and you see a key. And it's written try your key and you've gone crazy. But someone asks you, Bhaiya, where is the key? Where you will put it then? So even they have the password, they don't have my email. Yes or no? So let's take an example, one of your password. So my dear friend, what's your name? Sebastian. Okay. And I'm from Punjab. Can you spell it? No. Can you spell your name? Whoa. So if I have this password, it will take 59 minutes to crack down this password. Oh, congrats, man. So, anybody from South having name like Muthaya Murlidharan? Or Venkateshan Prasadan, something like that? What's your name, smart boy? Ah, you're smart. Your mama didn't tell you? Yeah, what's your name? Ashish. Let's try Rahul. Okay, let's not try Rahul. So now I'll tell you the password. This is a password. 89. इतना लाइफ ओके चैनल के महादेव भी वेट नहीं करेंगे. 898,000 years, And you want to know the password? Okay. So the password was, this you know from the childhood. Password was, once there was a crow. Seriously? You don't believe me? Okay. तो ये आप सब ना वो देखते हो ना क्राइम पेट्रोल तो आप सबूत बड़े मांगते हो आजकल. So I'll paste it here. Cool. Hence proved. So what we learned from this thing, what we learned is it doesn't matter how complex is your password. The matter is how long is your password. Okay? So always have long password, minimum 10 to 15 characters. That's why all the email services are shouting on your head when you're making a, please have 15 character here, use special character. And you see, if I put a single special character here, now I'm going to put 9. See the jump. And if I put a special character, star or something like that. So, that is the thing which is there. So, as I told you that if you really have to achieve a very, very successful smart city plan or any kind of technological plan in India, and India is a country who does not come on orders, we do not work on orders. I know we will work with the movement, we have to make it a movement like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and some other thing, Aadhaar card and so many other things. So until the security will not be a major concern and will not be a movement, then we cannot achieve a secure digital India. Until then we are trying our level best. We are coming up with one of the few courses. As my company Lucideus, we are coming with the courses with Delhi University. Then we have our training programs in Delhi where people learn the real security. One of my people are here who are one time our engagement partners. So only I think we are the only one who are making the real security teaching to the students and the corporate houses to make them understand, because we don't have any PPT culture here. This PPT I make when I was in launch, speakers launch, because I'm not a man of presentation, I'm a man of demonstrations. Or I'm a lazy guy, you can say. So thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the session. And if you have any, you can talk to me. It's my Twitter and it is my email address. So it's a pleasure to have you. So thank you so much. If you have any query, you can ask. I'll be happy to reply. Take you the mic, please. Yes, Sebastian, my friend.
Example, is that problematic?
It's not like, it's like, we have one toothbrush in the family.
Okay.
It's okay, but it's unhygienic.
I see.
You understand? So in the same manner, even because once if I know your password for one website, definitely I will try to use the same password for your other services. So it is like you have four eggs in your hand. You should not put all the 4 eggs in your one bucket. So you should have different buckets for that.
I see. And maybe one more following up question. If someone hacked you, for example, and has your password, do you think that many of them would just stay in as long as they can and would not use maybe anything of like their power to change the password so that you can't the account, but that they just stay in, collect the info that they get, for example, in email accounts or whatever? How do you see it there? How is it done there?
I see, if you see 2010 to 2001 to 2010, this was the era when organized criminal gangs are more interested in infecting your computer and making it shut it down. Today, the malware are so designed in such a way to make sure that you will work on your computer, and they are only and only sitting silently. Whenever you go to any HTTPS website, it will start HTTPS website, and it will starting the key logging. So even they will have your password, they will not try to use it because they will know there will be a log activity from a remote location. And if a customer is very, very little bit technical, he will come to know my account is being logged in. And banking system, we say it's bad, but Indian banking system is one of the world's most secure system. In outside India, you will not find OTP, one-time password in your banking transactions. In US, you can't find it. But in India, still we are vulnerable because of so I feel there is no problem in the technology. The problem is with the people. We can patch any technology, but there is no patch of human stupidity.
But what do they do with it then? When they just stay in, log in?
They stay in, yes.
Yeah, but what do they do with it? What do they have like?
For example, if I hacked you into your email, I will try to stay in for a while. Why? Because I'm waiting for the right communication will happen. For example, you're transferring money from $20 to $22, $23. So I'm waiting for your salary date. Of course, there is an end time where we have to clear the logs and come out of it. But we have to wait for a long time. And no, even maybe for the lifetime, for the botnets. If I compromise your computer, you don't have money, but I will use your internet speed remotely to shut down a website anywhere in the world. Distributed denial of services attack. That can be used.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am from automation industry.
Yes, sir.
We are working on industrial protocols.
Right, sir.
Like when we say on Ethernet, it's basically Ethernet IP, maybe Profinet, or maybe other protocols. So
Right.
how safe you think that these protocols are as compared to you're working on TCP IP or some other?
See, I feel the problem is not with the protocols, please, and it's with the implementation of the protocols.
Okay.
Protocols are designed secure. For example, today, if as I told you that I can hack into HTTPS, I'm not saying actually I'm breaching into the protocol. Once it is implemented, the hardware which is there, I'm trying to malfunction that, which will force the communication to go from HTTPS to HTTP. So there is no problem with the protocols.
But these industrial devices are working on only on protocols.
No, that's what I'm saying. There is no problem with the protocol.
Okay.
How you are using the protocol, that's a problem.
Okay.
Now that depends on your SRS.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
There is no 100% security if the protocol is there. How you implement it with respect to your SRS, which I can't see and can't comment, that's where the auditing comes, where we audit. So you come to us, we'll help you.
Hi.
Yes.
I'm Akhil.
Sorry, you are Akhil?
Akhil.
Akhil, yeah, please. Akhil.
So I just want to know the GUI, UI or the app which is shown in the beginning. Does that also work with iOS? I mean,
Yes, it will work with iOS. It doesn't work with Nokia also. Nokia is the most securest phone on the planet.
okay.
कोई लेता ही नहीं है.
No, basically, that
So
was,
we don't hack it.
the name was Lucidroid. So I
Yeah, its
thought-
name is Lucidroid. It's not for public release actually. It is only for our internal demonstration and investigation agencies. It's not in public for you. It's not for your use, you know.
Right.
My friend Dhruv is with me from last 2 years and he's attending my every concert just to get this one license. I don't want to spy his wife or something. So that is there. So it's not for, because if it is in public, it's a chaos, you know.
Right.
So it's only for the restricted use, just for the demonstration to make you believe that if when you're installing the Android application, you see there are certain permissions every application asks. You never read it. Your Angry Bird application say that I want to access your calls, SMS, memory card. Torch application saying I want to access your SMS and calls. If the application is made by Microsoft, I'm still happy to take care of my information, okay, give. But if there is a newcomer, almost 70% of the applications which are on Play Store are considered to be as malware. Why? Because they are taking some kind of that permissions which are actually are not going to be used anywhere in the application in the future. So Google, Play Store or other antivirus makes it's a malware. So it is there for every platform, even the BlackBerry.
Right. So is it comparatively difficult to hack iOS as compared to Android? Which is
Yes, it's the same kind of attack. No difference.
No difference.
No difference.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tejo.
Your
I
name
have
is?
a very simple question. My name is
I'm a
Tejo.
little bit deaf from this side. So.
Tejo. Okay, you can call me Kiran. So I have a very simple question. From a cybersecurity standpoint, what do you think about Aadhaar?
Well, Aadhaar, till now all the breaches, I don't want to blame the media on that, you know. So I have to go to other channels also, so I don't want to comment on that. But if you see seriously, what do you mean by Aadhaar card? People are shouting, our mobile numbers were leaked, our email address are leaked. Today I'm telling you, give me your name. I'll get your address, proof, everything from the Nehru place where I get a 500 rupees to a person. That information is already in public. You know, databases purchase karte company. You can buy the databases of people who are passing the 12th standard just for the advertisement. So database is already there, buddy. Not a big deal. My concern is, if I'll call it a real breach, at that time my fingerprints and my retina scan, that information is going to be out. Till now, that is not happened, if you see. The people who are shorting EVM machine, and they have bloody no idea about the technology, how it works. And they show you this is the way, and people, oh my God, they hacked it. We are hackers. Media says, okay, can you comment on that? I said, what should I comment on that? There is nothing there to comment. If a person who is a technical person, he'll understand you cannot bloody change the firmware. And if there are thousands of EVM machines are there, it's not possible to open every EVM machine, put a wire, okay, scan the system, put a new implant up so that you can press certain buttons so that what will go. It's pure stupidness of technology. It's not like that. And same with the Aadhaar card. They are shouting just to make the shouting matches on Times Now or maybe some other channel. I have huge respect to Times Now. Now there's no Arnab Goswami there, so I don't afraid. So, but on serious note, you know, the seriousness is like this, you know. So I don't consider Aadhaar is a problem, and it is the most significant thing happen to any nation on the planet. And I'm telling you, you wait for 2 years, you will see how big impact to the economy Aadhaar will be bringing in terms of the clarity and transparency of the economy. It's not that my CEO name is Saket Modi. So you don't feel that I am a Modi supporter. I'm not a kind of a RSS powered guy. But see, I'm an educated person. So nobody at least can fool me. So I see the facts and I only quote the same thing which are there. So I feel that Aadhaar was one of the most beautiful thing can happen to us after Alia Bhatt. And we should praise that. On the other hand side, the breach till now it happened, they are not considered to be the breach. It's just the information. And wo bhi, the information was not leaked by the technical people. It's the dumbness of people who put the information on the website. You know the recent reports? They published it. It was not leaked or it was not hacked, it was published. I was on 2-3 channels and talking, I was mum. They said, do you want to comment? I said, no. What should I comment? So, don't worry. It's 100% safe for the time being. Maybe next conference we'll talking on real hack ho gaya. And see the problem with why with the fingerprints. If your password today, in the future, why fingerprints is very, very important. Now we have smart cities and IoT. In future, if you want to log in into the website, in the future, you don't have to fill the passwords. Your fingerprint will be your password for everything. But the problem with this is, today if someone hack your password, you can reset the password. If tomorrow someone have you hacked your fingerprint, you can't cut your finger, man. Yes or no? Maybe someone has 11 fingers, he's the lucky guy. Or you can open your phone with your foot. Yes or no? So that is there. So I still not consider it as a hack. Don't worry about it. Hack is something when your biometric information or your fingerprint images are online. That is when the Aadhaar card is actually compromised. Any other query?
Hi, my name is Ashish. I've been working as a sustainability researcher at Macquarie University in Australia. And before that, I was in US and South Korea as well. So I'm very much into this integrating sustainability into Indian transportation. As we see the buzz of Internet of Things, big data analytics or predictive data analytics or whatever data analytics you call. So my concern is that there is a lot of buzz and lot of sort of this upcoming trend of big data analytics, Internet of Things, especially in these big cities around San Francisco Bay Area and Sydney and all these cities. And we are though lagging a bit, when it comes to implementation of these big data analytic technology in our transportation and our smart cities. But my question is, as we are becoming more and more reliable, more and more sort of dependent on these big data analytics or Internet of Things, so is it sort of, are we sort of becoming more and more vulnerable in terms of, if we are not that much dependent on technology. So what I'm saying that, is it a time really to take a break or sort of unthink or unlearn sort of thing, take a break from the technology? It is all the, sci-fi movies also, they say, machines or artificial intelligence taking over control of human beings and then all these things, though they are imaginary, we have, examples of Hanuman from ancient Hindu mythology, and they give us real inspiration. We have Sixth Sense technology talk in MIT Media Lab, someone was talking about Sixth Sense. So I'm just wondering your sort of advice about this, should we really sort of, as you said, we are sort of becoming more and more vulnerable with this big data analytics and Internet of Things. So your comments just maybe.
Yeah, so my first advice is, you should breathe when you talk. Second, I got your question, but it will be, I am from Punjab, I told you. And the way you speak English is like, is unable to translate that in fast way. So, second, yes, we are, now please understand, if you see your child today, I'll see the problem with the technology. Today, you brag, when I was kid, I used to dance and sing and my parents said, okay, uncle is here, dance, chalo, dance. So I was a showpiece of my parents where I can dance and show my talent. Today, what is the talent of your child? When I was oh, my child is so good, the way he operates mobile phone, even I don't know. You see this as an advancement and as a bragging point that, okay, my child is so smart. I see as a disaster. Why? Your child is still not have a capability to understand what is the immensity of the virtual information problem. He know everything about plant, what is the leaf, which you do not know, but he never touched the leaf. Technology has given us comfort. It will not give us life. And today, if you see, go to schools and we are running some courses for the school students, Lucideus, CyberKid and all for the GD going and some other schools which are there, where we are teaching 9th standard to 12th standard student how to use smartphone. You all are not taught how to use smartphone. There should be a proper education of that. And at our times in school problem, everyone is fighting. Today, in schools, we are finding problems at 10th standard student making MMS of a girl of 8th standard student. This is the chaos which is going on in today's school at 10th grade. And that's somehow I feel is our fault also, because we have given the technology to a person at the age when he was not able to understand the consequences of using that technology. If I ask you that how many friends you know in the physical life of your child, you know each and every person. This is a goodbye, don't go to his home. But if I ask you that how many friends you know whom he or she is talking on Facebook, you hardly know anyone. I don't want to say that you should do helicopter parenting, but there should be a spy on the child's virtual life, which is more important. Because today, he is spending more of his time on the virtual internet than the physical activities which are there. Now come to your point that why are we killing ourselves with the technology in the future, or whether there should be a balance between the humans and the future. I see till 2020, I don't want to comment on that. Why? There's a reason, because at least in India, there is no problem for the time being, because still we have 1.35 billion people, 54% people don't have toilet at their home. So I don't want to be a machine dependent person. So yes, there will be a problem. The way now we have cognitive security and the artificial intelligence through machine learning. Now when the machine learning will comes in a very serious way, 2000 to 2010 was the era of .NET, PHP, Java, JavaScript and so on. 2010 to 2020 will be the era of PHP, Perl, Python, machine learning, IoT. 2020 and further will be the era of next generation communication, which will be the advanced math. 2020 after there will be a chaos, for sure, in written. And at that time, we have to be equipped with us. And India will be at time, most will be the superpower who will be controlling the machine learning part, especially the algorithm designing in very easy way. Because at that time, you know, Indians will be banned from USA, not getting visa. So they will be putting their brain here. So that will be there. Apologize to people who applied for the visa. So, any queries, sir? Last question, then I'll move.
All right.
Please, sir.
Hi, my name is Gaurav.
Yeah.
Basically, as far as cyber security is concerned, right, I can just share my personal experience. My laptop, all the data of my laptop was hacked, right? It was encrypted. Although the famous antivirus, Quick Heal was installed on that. So, can you please suggest some the best product to actually save our products?
I told you already,
Right.
brain.exe. So I'll give you an example. See, antiviruses you can't. I don't want to endorse it for the time being from here.
Yeah.
So, but yes, after this, I will talk on few of the solutions. If you have any query, you can ask me about the solutions, another thing, and something like that. And it will be great if you are very, very curious about security. You should drop onto our headquarters. We have our headquarters in Okhla Phase 3, where we will show you some really cool stuff like this one when we have more time. And we'll show that what do you mean by actually hacking and security.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you.